Go.
Hello, and welcome to 5 Minutes Fire. I'm Mark Curley.
And I'm Michael Dunn. Honestly, Mark, it's really great to be back today, huh?
It's always a pleasure, man. I have a lot of fun doing this, man.
Always a pleasure having fun doing the show. But today we got a little different show for you guys today. We're gonna be doing a little bit of preview. As fall sports are ending, we're gonna do a preview about the Thanksgiving football game, and we're gonna do a preview about all the winter sports that are gonna be starting up next Monday.
Only Norwood sports, baby. Only Norwood sports today.
We did a lot of research prior to this show, and we were really excited to bring that research to you today.
I'm more than excited. I'm almost out of my seat right now, but I can't.
Yeah, it's gonna mess up all the camera shots. But anyways, first thing we want to talk about today is gonna be a Thanksgiving football game, and it's a rivalry game between Norwood and Dedham, as they always have every year. So, what are some thoughts on that game?
Well, I mean, overall, Dedham has a better record. They're 5-5, I think. Norwood is 0-10. I'm sorry, but I mean, it's always gonna be a competitive game because of just like the big.
It's a rivalry.
Just like the big hype around the game. Like
Exactly.
we have like a pep rally for it. Like every Thanksgiving Day, like around like Mass, it's just a big deal. Like everyone, like you know what I mean? Like
Exactly. It's that Thanksgiving Day rivalry game where like you play that same team every single year. Sometimes you have a trophy.
Yeah.
I know we have a trophy on the line in this game. So I know that just fans are getting all excited for it, even on social media, isn't that right?
of course, what the word Mass. We were projected 52-48 to beat Dedham. So let's make that happen. Let's make that happen in Norwood High football.
Yeah, getting excited for that. But unfortunately, we do have a couple injuries to talk about here. So we have the kicker and punter, Junior Jay Wachowski. He's going to be out with an injury.
Sean Mason is going to be punting now.
He's going to be punting now?
Yeah. I don't know who's kicking.
Oh, yeah, who knows? I mean, that's going to be a tough position to fill. But we also have senior defensive end and offensive lineman Chris Sheehan, who's going to be out for his last game, which is pretty disappointing for him.
Oh, my boy Frankie Keedy with that start.
He's starting today. He's a sophomore, correct?
Yeah, he's been starting the last 6 games ever since the injury, man. He's been playing pretty well, holding down that line.
Exactly, so that's honestly all they got to do. So hopefully Norwood will be able to come out and get a victory here for their last game. You never know, exactly. Rivalry game, anything can happen.
Every big game, no matter the lopsided of the teams, if it's just a big game, there's all hype around the game, it's going to be competitive. Like, let's be honest, like Dedham is probably the better team than Norwood, but Norwood can win this game just based on like the hype and then they put everything together. I mean, they can get their first win this season. It can be their biggest win, the most important.
Exactly, that's all we're hoping for here at 5 Minutes of Fire. So anyways, we're going to move on here. We're going to preview some winter sports coming up here at Norwood High School.
Of course. Which one would you like to talk about first, man?
I'll start us off here. I'll talk about the boys hockey team.
Right.
My freshman year, which was 2 years ago, they went 0-19-1. Last year they had a turnaround year under the first-year coach Chuck Allen. They're coming off an 8-10-2 season. The Mustangs only lost 4 seniors last year, so they have a very strong core coming back, led by junior goalie Austin Reardon, who is arguably one of the better goalies in the Bay State Conference.
Not a doubt.
He can come back. He's coming back. Hopefully he can bring us a couple of victories. I know there were definitely some games last year where he played out of his mind, and he brought the Mustangs some victories. They also got senior Sean Monroe, senior Kyle McHugh, junior Joe Spadorsha, and they got just a strong core base to wrap around here. And they're just hoping for a tournament berth this year.
I mean, I think they can do it. They're pretty much their whole team's returning. Like, the big parts. The only part they really are missing is Ryan Johnson, Gover, and like James Golden and stuff like that. But
yeah.
I mean, like, in the sports, everybody's replaceable. You know what I mean? I'm not
Exactly.
saying they weren't great players, but like we're not gonna like be killed. Like our whole team isn't gone. Like
Exactly. I know that their senior Declan Tolman, he didn't try out last year, but he's coming back this year. Hopefully he can. He's been looking good in captain's practices, so hopefully he'll be able to step up and take a role in the team. I know we got some JV players that are on JV last year that I know have gotten called up, like Owen Gillis. He came up as practicing in the varsity last year, dressed the last game of the season. Michael Cahill, he's practicing Speed Demon. Yeah, he's been practicing in the varsity a couple times last year. So I know that there are players in the system that hopefully will be able to step up and fill those 4 opening spots and hopefully bring home the Mustangs.
Oh yeah, for sure. JV team was really good last year. I mean, I would know. I was on it. No, we were kind of nice. Don't mean to brag, but had quite a few goals.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna keep that down low.
Yeah, love to see the farm system doing well.
Of course, AHL. You know what I mean? See the reference?
Exactly. Yeah, I know what you mean.
And with that, we're gonna go into basketball.
That's why you quit?
And
That's why you quit?
Yeah, I did quit. Okay, I have a job. I have things to do. Okay, so we're gonna be going on to basketball now, and overall basketball, I think we can also have a really good season. You know, we're having a lot of players return: Chris Sheehan, Dan Gunning, Jack Doherty, Jordan Tovu, something like that. That I can't say that kid's last name, but I mean, we have the JV team last year was really good. Like you said, like the whole farm team, like they played really well. Like John Carter played really well. Anthony Freeman was doing well. Like just that whole team has a shot to make it. Honestly, all of them do. 2 feet. The only problem is really for this season is like lack of like rebounding. I want to say because nobody on the team is really like stand
Big.
out tall.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like
exactly.
remember they have to like fight for rebound, especially in like Mass Bay, because like there is some beanstalks on teams like Braintree, like Needham. Like
Yeah, like I remember seeing some of those games last year. I know that Norwood has definitely had the disadvantage in height, so I know it's going to be tough for them.
There's like 4,000. There's way more kids in those schools than there is in Norwood, so there's going to be like more height, like stronger kids, like just based on numbers. Like
Exactly.
we have like what we have, they have like twice as many as what we have. You know what I mean? And I know one of the kids I work with, Akil Vaz, he could come on the team, make a difference. I know he's trying out. He's pretty good. And yeah, I mean, we have good shooting too. Like I know Dan Gunning can easily knock down the 3 ball. I know Akil can. I've seen him do it at work all the time. Like I don't think anybody on the team like can't shoot. Just if we can like rebound and play good defense, I mean, I think we got some shots to win some major games and, you know, maybe make a run for tourney.
Yeah, it should be exciting to see how the boys basketball team will shape up this year. And going back to hockey for a second, when we talk about the girls hockey team here, they do have a couple losses that are going to, I'm pretty sure, going to be pretty big blows for them. The loss of goalie Janelle Kelleher. They also lost junior Emily Cataldo, who transferred over to the Thayer Academy. But they did only lose one senior, Coley Hayes, so I know that they're going to have a big senior core this year coming back, and hopefully I know they're going to have good senior leadership on the bench and on the ice, so hopefully they'll be able to get some victories there.
I mean, overall, their whole team has like great morale. Like
Exactly.
You can't avoid that team with a 10-foot pole. It's everywhere. Like
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like you see,
Like,
they have really good
themselves.
chemistry off and on the ice, so I know that they'll be able to use that in games and hopefully get some victories.
Oh yeah, chemistry is important.
Exactly.
That's for sure. And yeah, Emily Cataldo is a really big loss. She's a great player, but I mean.
Yeah, she was one of the best players on their team last year, if not the best.
Oh yeah.
So I know that's going to be a tough blow for them, but I know that they're looking forward to the season, looking forward to hopefully going out and getting some wins.
It's like missing a Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Except for, no offense, Emily Cataldo, just way like.
Yeah,
lower.
she's exactly. She's no Tom Brady, but I mean, I do see what you mean by that.
Like the star player, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's always hard.
Yeah, exactly. Sticking on the girls subject, you want to talk about girls basketball for a little bit?
I mean, girls basketball, the same type of situation. I mean,
they're pretty good every year, aren't they?
I mean, yeah. I mean, they have the Reen, but she's gone now, right?
Megan's gone, but Kaylin's still here. She's going to be a senior.
Megan got a D1 scholarship,
Yeah,
so I mean, she was nasty. I mean, overall, most of the teams are turning. I mean, all of them are young, except for the Reen. And then, you know, same type of stuff, like just rebounding, height. Like, I mean, they're not like the most skilled team, but like overall, like they're not bad. Like you don't look at this team like this team is awful. Like they have good players. Like
they got to get those nitty gritty wins. Like they got to get in there and fight for wins. Like they're not going to blow out teams. They're not going to get blown out.
They're not that type of team. They're like, if I were to compare them to like an NBA team, more be like the Detroit Pistons. You know what I mean? Because like
they're always just kind of out of there.
Yeah, or like the Spurs, because like you look at them, well, not the Spurs. You look at the Pistons, and you're like, all right, this team isn't that good on paper, but they can win games. Like
exactly.
That's how I look at this team. Like most of the players are young. Like I know Ali Giabanco's on that team. She's only a sophomore. Like I know Michelle Brinklow quit, which is
that's gonna be tough. She was probably gonna be a senior captain there. So
exactly. But I mean, overall, like I think with the core they have,
and I know they do have freshmen coming up. I know Katie Earl coming out of St. Catherine. She's a beast.
Really?
On the St. Catherine's team, she was putting up like 20 boards a game because she was the tallest one out there. She was the tallest one out there, so she's going to be big on the boards. I know Taylor Brinklow is also a freshman, so hopefully maybe them two can make varsity and make an impact on the team. That'd be good for the Mustangs going forward.
I mean, yeah, if they can coaching can put it together, you know, they got a shot to win some games. You know, I don't know if they'll make a run for tourney or not. But I'm not gonna say they're that good at this point. But you know, they can definitely win some games.
Exactly. We'll have to see how the season shapes out. Hopefully they don't have a lot of injuries, because I know injuries can be a big problem in high school sports. So if they don't have a lot of injuries,
of course.
maybe they can make a run for tournament.
This team is like, it's almost like a big question mark. It's almost
Yeah, exactly.
like if everything goes right, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or if everything goes wrong.
Yeah, well, hopefully for us, everything will go right for them.
Of course. You
Yeah,
gotta believe in Norwood.
Exactly. I always believe in Norwood. And we're going to move on here. We're going to go from basketball. We're going to go out to the track at Reggie Lewis Center for winter track. We got boys and girls both in winter track. We got a new coach this year for the girls team. Miss Long has left the team, and I believe it's going to be Miss Noyce this year, who is going to be taking over on the head of the team for the girls team. And I know they do have some pretty good runners there. They got Tegan Bartlett in the distance races. They got Michaela Jordan, who I believe runs mid-distance, more like the 300, 600. And they got Rachel Fagan, who does the shorter sprints and sometimes mid-distance. I know that those are just three of the better runners for the Mustangs. So hopefully they'll be able to place in some meets and some heats and get Mustangs points and maybe pull out a victory in a meet or something like that.
I know for boys track, we definitely have some wheels, and they're young. My boy Anthony Venuto is so fast. I know he does short distance or like mid distance, like you said. He's ridiculously fast. That kid Jordan's really fast. He does sprints. Aiden Mulligan's fast.
Yeah, Aiden Mulligan, I know. He's a junior this year. Hopefully he can take a leadership role as a junior and maybe win some heats. Because I know he's been winning his freshman and sophomore year. That's just how fast he is and how dominant he is on the track.
Oh yeah. People also like Craig Riley do distance. Like Dan Pugach does distance. Like
they got Ryan Mata for the boys team.
Oh yeah.
He's all around. They could put him in sprints. They could put him in mid distance. They could put him in hurdles. They could put him in jumps. Anything like that.
He's a track like guru. That kid does everything.
Exactly.
Honestly.
He's just an all around.
He's an athlete.
Great athlete. Yeah, exactly. So hopefully, with those players, and I know that there are also other runners that are going to be able to hopefully make a bigger role. Exactly. Step up in case anything ever happens. So hopefully the Mustangs will be able to win some heats. And I know track's a little different. It's not a team sport necessarily, because like kids could qualify individually for states. So hopefully we'll have a lot of kids this year for the Mustangs qualify for states and be able to make an impact in the state tournament and things like that.
Oh yeah. I mean, track hasn't really been a team that is known for winning a lot of like team wins, but I mean it's also all about individual performances in track too. Like you just like even like for the Olympics, like I mean like you're like representing like your country. Like it's kind of like the same type of thing. Like you're representing your school, and like your country can get a medal, like your school can get a medal, but like also like you're also doing it yourself, like for individual stuff.
Exactly. So it's really about representing yourself and representing your team. So hopefully the Mustangs will be able to go out there and just run well.
I mean, anything can happen.
Exactly. We got one last thing real quick. Got anything about wrestling? It's the last winter sport I believe that we haven't covered yet.
I mean, I know Cordell wrestles. I talk to him a lot. He's a beast. There's some. I mean, I know we lost Devon Cotter, who was a pretty good wrestler. I'm trying to think who else. I know there's one person I'm missing.
I know I'm pretty sure Dane Barron, he wrestles as well.
Yeah, I know he does wrestle. My boy Malafonte and yeah. So yeah, I think that's all we're gonna have today for this episode of 5 Minutes of Fire. And thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching this right now, just thank you. Yeah, because I appreciate you a lot.
Yeah, and we'll be back hopefully either in the middle of winter or at the end of the season to let you guys know how how the winter sports end up doing in their season. So.
Of course.
It's great to be back, Dunny, and we'll catch you next time. 5 Minutes of Fire. It's always a pleasure. Thank you.